afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries, esteemed members from Deakin University, Australia, members from Advisory Board, Ciffi 2021, representatives from partnering institutes and organizations, students, participants, and my dear faculty member. I, Dr. Manasvi Maheshwari, Associate Professor, DME Media School, welcome you all to the Valedictory and Award Ceremony of Ciffi 2021. The world's first 7-day hybrid film festival organized by educational institutes of two countries, DME Media School of Delhi Metropolitan Education, Delhi NCR, India, in association with School of Communication and Creative Arts, Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia, has reached its culmination. I feel elated to inform everyone here, the third edition of Ciffi has set a new benchmark by receiving 3,000 plus films from a total of 111 countries. The film festival is bringing along 21 sessions with 70 experts through 11 panel discussions, 1 curated session, 2 masterclasses, 2 workshops, 3 special sessions, and 2 special segments. This year's theme of Ciffi 2021 was Cinematic Rejuvenation, #Cinema 2021. Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia, National Award-winning film director from India, is the festival ambassador for Ciffi, and we are extremely thankful for his constant support. The festival partners of Ciffi are Cover Drive Productions, Vigyan Prasar, CMS Vatavaran, Kids Cinema 2021, Culture Cinema, We Care Film Festival, Delhi International Film Festival. Partners from Australia, Asian Media and Cultural Studies Network, Australia-India Film Practitioners and Researchers Network, Australia-India Film Council. Institutional partners are Global Media Education Council, GMEC, Indian Documentary Producers Association, IDPA, Indian Academy of Shorts, IAS, New Delhi Film Foundation. Media partners are APN News, The Policy Times, and Hindi Gaurav, the first Hindi newspaper of Australia. I would like to inform everyone that Ciffi 2021 is powered by SPARK, the Students' Council of DME Media School. Journalism and DME is the official newsletter of DME Media School. This fortnightly publication covers all the major activities happening in and out the campus. It is a student-centric newsletter carried out entirely by them under the supervision of faculty members. DME TV is the official YouTube channel of DME, where you can find the playlist related to all the sessions, lecture series, film festivals, and conferences. Great celebrations and ceremonies would not be complete without the blessings of Almighty God. Before moving ahead with this ceremony, let's take the blessing from Almighty and let's pray for the prosperity and success for our endeavors. I request technical team to play Ganesh Vandana by Vinayak, a student of BA GMC program.
गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। सीधी सदन गज साधप गपध सपध सा, सीधी सदन गज वदन विनायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबदायक, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। मोदक प्रिय मोद मंगल दाता, मोदक प्रिय मोद पद सारे गा सारे धसा मोदक प्रिय मोद मंगलदाता विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति गाइए गणपति गाइए गणपति जगवंदन.
Thank you, Vinayak. It's the time to invite Chief Associate Festival Director of Ciffi and Head DME Media School, Professor Shushmita Bala, to formally welcome the guests, dignitaries, and other people, students, and participants here to this valedictory and awards ceremony of Ciffi 2021.
Thank you, Manasvi. I, as head of DME Media School and Chief Associate Festival Director of Cinesta International Film Festival of India, Ciffi 2021, welcome all distinguished guests in the valedictory and award ceremony of the festival. Today, we are closing this 7-day festival, which is being organized by Delhi Metropolitan Education Noida in association with Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia. We take the credit of hosting the world's first 7-day hybrid international film festival by educational institution of 2 countries. We owe to all stakeholders and partners with whose help and support we are claiming this credit. First and foremost, I welcome Dr. Vikrant Kishore, who is Director, Film, Television and Animation, School of Communication and Creative Arts, Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia, and Festival Director, Ciffi 2021. I also welcome Dr. Ambarish Saxena, Professor and Dean, DME Media School, Delhi Metropolitan Education, who as Festival Director of Ciffi has steered the huge task of carrying this film festival to its logical conclusion. I welcome Professor K.G. Suresh, President of Global Media Education Council, GMAC, and Vice Chancellor of Makhan Lal Chaturvedi, National Ministry of Journalism and Communication, Bhopal. He is also the member of Ciffi Advisory Board. I welcome our all-weather friends, Professor Ujjwal K. Chaudhary, who is a consultant, column writer, researcher, and traveler. He is Secretary of Global Media Education Council, GMAC, and a member of Ciffi Advisory Board. I also welcome Dr. Sanjay Ranade, Head of Research Center, Department of Communication and Journalism, University of Mumbai. He is an eminent scholar in film studies and also a member of Ciffi Advisory Board. In this valedictory and award ceremony, we have invited the 4 jury members who helped us significantly in selecting the award-winning films in all the 7 competitive categories. So I welcome Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, a filmmaker and media educator, Mr. Nimish Kapoor, a scientist by profession, but a creative person by nature, Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, a filmmaker and film journalist, a TV presenter and interviewer, and Ms. Supriya Suri, a filmmaker and founder of Cine Darbar. Ciffi owe a lot to Mr. Tigbanshu Dhulia, a celebrated film writer, director, and actor who has extended all support to our film festival right from its inception. He is the brand ambassador of Ciffi. I welcome him in anticipation of his joining this valedictory function. There are 2 film actors whose mention I want to make here. The emerging name, Pavel Gulati, and the established name, Rajpal Yadav. Pavel is not able to join this session, so he has sent his recorded message for Ciffi. Rajpal Yadav obliged us by appearing in a session of Ciffi 3 days ago. I must also make a mention of Deepak Dubaryal, a popular actor of contemporary cinema. He wanted to join this valedictory ceremony, but his shooting schedule came in the way. I welcome all my partners and their respective in this valedictory and award ceremony of Ciffi 2021. We partnered with 17 institutions, including Cover Drive Productions, Noida, Vigyan Prasad, International Science Films Festival of India, and India International Science Festival, CMS Vatavaran, Environment and Wildlife Film Festival, and Forum Kids Cinema 2020, and online International Children Film Festival, We Care Film Festival for promoting and exhibiting films on disability, Delhi International Film Festival, DIF. Our institutional partners include Indian Documentary Producers Association, Indian Academy of Shorts, and New Delhi Film Foundation. Our media partners include APN News and The Policy Times. I welcome Mr. Aman Sahni, Vice Chairman DME and Patron Ciffi 2021, whose uncleansing trust in the Ciffi team made the impossible possible. I patronized of Justice Bhavar Singh, DG, DME, and his constant guidance helped us significantly in our endeavor. I also welcome Dr. Ravikant Swami, Director, DME, who is always keen to celebrate our success story. 1 week was really long period for conducting a film festival, but we could accomplish it with sheer determination and teamwork. We carried our on despite served cold affecting our team members and the ongoing university examination. I am thankful to all the faculty members of DME Media School and non-teaching staff of Delhi Metropolitan Education. I welcome all the students of the second year and third year who provided a backbone to this film festival. Also, the first year students who underwent this experience within a month of joining the college. I welcome all those filmmakers of different countries who have received awards in Ciffi 2021 and who have kindly agreed to grace this valedictory and award ceremony. Thank you to all of you. I welcome you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for keeping our spirits always high. Ciffi 2021 has broken many records and has achieved milestones which we can boast about. We have another special guest here, Professor KG Suresh. He is also in the advisory committee, expert advisory committee. Professor KG Suresh is the Vice Chancellor of Makhanlal Chaturvedi National University of Journalism and Communication, Bhopal. He is the former DG of Indian Institute of Mass Communication, ex-jury member of National Film Award and Indian Panorama, and ex-member of FTII Governing Council and SRFTI Society, Kolkata. Sir is a journalist based out of, he's a journalist, he's a columnist and communication specialist. I request sir to address the gathering.
Okay. Thank you. Greetings from Asia's first media university, the Makhanlal Chaturvedi National University of Journalism and Communication, and the beautiful lake city of Bhopal. I really missed the entire Ciffi sitting in Bhopal. I wish I was in Noida watching with the students. I can see them there. I mean, what a pleasure it would be to watch films in this cozy season, with popcorns and something to munch and keep watching movies. That's what you would love to see. That's the ideal situation. And my compliments to this wonderful job to team DME led by, our own Amrish Saxena ji, Dr. Amrish Saxena, and Sushmita Balaji and the entire team. And of course, under the overall direction of uh, Justice Saab and Amanji, uh, I, I I wish to compliment all the teachers, all the faculty members for this wonderful week-long event, which I believe, as I've said at the inaugural also, has today become, Ciffi is today, when I discuss with people in academics, in film, they have started recognizing the importance of this festival. And I'm really happy, and that you have got international partnership with Deakin, and I see Mr. Vikrant Kishore also here. I can see other, prominent people here. I'm told that my friends Nimish Kapoor, Murtaza, they are all there. Great to catch up with you, and of course, the dynamic Professor Ujjwal Chaudhary, he's here. It's always a pleasure, to be at DME. DME has been particularly, I would say that, with uh, Ambrish ji and Sushmita ji, they have given brought about a lot of innovations in media education. And that's really remarkable with their international linkages. They have, in a way, I would say, brought about new dimensions in media education. That today, I believe that particularly in the backdrop of the national education policy, needs to be emulated by a lot of institutions. A lot of good work is being done. And I believe that films have always been the most powerful means of, communication. And to watch films, in fact, I wanted to say that only 2 days back, I was watching Marakar. Marakar is about that, the first Indian, naval hero, freedom fighter, Kunjali Marakar. And this is the role enacted by Mohanlal and the film by Priyadarshan. And I was wondering, I was, of course, watching it on my television through an OTT platform. But I was wondering, I mean, the grandness of that film, the ships, the naval war. I was just wondering that even the television screen appeared very small, because that kind of film need to be seen in the cinema. How can you see a Bahubali or an Avatar, on a mobile phone? Uh, so the relevance of the OTT has come off, has arrived, and we are all subscribing to OTT platforms. But the fact remains that movies are something that, you need to see on the large screen. And it is a movie is an experience. It's not just what you see on the celluloid, the meeting of the people, the popcorns, the everything makes for that movie experience. And I'm really happy that, through Ciffi, you are inculcating that, that taste in movies. Movies is not necessarily, feature film. Any film, any picture that moves is a movie. It moves. That's how it came to be known as movie. So earlier you only had static pictures. So documentary films, short films, mobile films, they're all there, and they're doing, a great job. So I would urge Ambrish ji that please, also ensure that now, just after 2 months, in the month of February, the Makhalal Chaturvedi University is hosting the Chitra Bharati National Short Film Festival. We have already received 600 entries. I'm sure some of your students have also sent in their entries. It's going to be a grand, on a grand scale at our new campus. So movie has become, or films have become, a very important part of media education today. And I'm really happy that, Ciffi is reaching milestone after milestone in its journey. And my congratulations to Team DME for making this a success. I'm sure that in the coming days, Ciffi would attract more talent, and more media film related expertise from all over the world to Ciffi. My best wishes are with Ciffi and my compliments to the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for those encouraging words, and definitely we'll be sending some of the entries for the film festival. Now I request Professor Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School Festival Director of Ciffi, to share highlights of Ciffi 2021 with us.
Thank you, Manasi. So we have finally arrived at the last day and the last session. That's the valedictory and award ceremony of Ciffi 2021. So if I tell you as to what has undergone all these 7 days and all, so we are meeting on this last day. But I will not say that this has been a roller coaster ride for us. Rather, it has been a fast-paced journey despite COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, if I tell you about DME Media School, we are in a habit of taking up big challenges and meeting those challenges with commitment and team spirit. Now, if I can tell you about the endeavors that we normally take up in DME, because Ciffi is not the only thing that we do to this magnitude, to this level. Another important, another flagship program of DME Media School is the International Media Conference ICANN. Which we started in 2018, and 4 editions have already gone into that. And that last year, when this COVID-19 struck, we converted this conference into a 10-day digital live conference. And that I claim that also the world's first 10-day digital conference. And this year also, since this COVID situation persists and we are not able to hold it in the physical space, so in July this year, again, we held this conference for 10 days. Another important activity that we undertake in DME Media School is the BG Varghese lecture series, which has been instituted in the name of renowned journalist BG Varghese. And this is a monthly exercise wherein we invite very senior people, celebrated people from the media industry to come to us and talk to our students. And since this COVID-19 happened, we did not stop this and we started holding it in the online mode. And lately we discovered that why not to invite more foreign guests as speakers in BG Varghese lecture series, because whatever bad things have happened due to coronavirus, but there are certain good things which have happened. And one good thing is that in the digital mode, boundaries have no meaning. We can talk to anybody, or we can interact anybody, or we can listen to anybody, whichever corner somebody is sitting in the globe. So that is how the last 2 lectures in BG Varghese lecture series, we invited people from Iran to UK. Another important activity that we started 4 years ago that has been changing shape. Finally, it has converted into a convention of media students. And this is titled as this, named as Vritika. And in this, we also awarded 2 or 3 journalists, young journalists who would have made a mark with their work with the award that is called Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Award. Another important activity that we started in DME Media School is face-to-face chat show. This is again a very unique idea with which we are working on. This is a chat show wherein I, as a dean, I'm talking to 3 students, each taken from each year, the first year, second year, and third year. And 2 series of this chat show has already gone. And since India is celebrating 75 years of its independence in 2020, so we started this year a series which is known as Vibrant India series. In this, we are inviting people who are inspirational from different walks of life to talk to the students. And this is again, we are producing as a form of a program, and which is going to be of 75 episodes. So we have already completed 19 episodes of this Vibrant India series. So the underlying point which I wanted to say by telling you this all, that whatever we do at DME Media School, it's unique, it's innovative, it is with an out of the box idea. It has a larger perspective. It has a global outlook. We make persistent efforts and maintain consistency at all cost. Now, talking about Ciffi again, we started this in 2019. And in 2019, if I can give you a brief account as to what underwent in that first edition, this was organized in April 2019, and the 4-day festival comprised 81 screenings, 4 curate sessions, 3 workshops, and 2 master classes. Filmmakers and film experts from 12 countries participated in this festival. The many government and non-government organizations joined hands in this first venture. And then talking about 2020, since as I told you already, we had to do it in the hybrid mode, so its form and shape changed. We got 110 films from 10 countries, 10 Indian states, 10 languages in 7 categories. Ciffi 2020 witnessed 32 sessions, which included the deliberations and the film screening sessions, which lasted for 80 hours and had more than 70 experts from different parts of the world. We deliberated on different kinds of issues under the theme cinema and COVID-19 impact. We screened competitive and non-competitive films for about 38 hours, divided in 2 sessions each day. Now talking about the third edition, that is Ciffi 2021. If I can tell you the highlights of this festival, how this year, it has been most unique. One, the number of films which were received, since we got the public listing in Film Freeway, that helped us in getting so many films. Also, this year we decided not to charge any entry fee. So that in a way democratized the whole system, and we were able to get more than 3,000 films. And if we calculate the total runtime of these films, this came to be about 748 hours. So these films are in 40 languages, which also include 10 Indian languages. And if we can look into the statistics of languages, then we find that more than 100 films came from the Middle East. They were in Arabic language or in the Persian language. And if we look into country-wise, we got the maximum number of entries from Iran. So the total number of countries from where we got the films is 111. And if in fact I count the number of the countries from where we got the experts in different panel discussions and other deliberations, then this number will cross 120. So 120 countries are really a remarkable achievement for us all in the third edition of Ciffi. Now the film which was selected for a screening are 438, which are being screened during this all 7 days. Now these films was shown to the 4 jury members, and they finally selected the films which we call the award-winning films in 7 categories, and more than 20 awards we are going to announce today. So the film screening sessions are every day. There are 2 sessions, morning and evening. 12 screening sessions are happening. And as far as the festival partners are concerned, there are 17 educational institutions and festivals which have joined hands with Ciffi 2021 as partners. And if I can tell you the data with regard to the deliberations that happened, we had 11 panel discussions, 1 curate sessions, 2 master classes, 2 workshops, 3 special sessions, along with 2 spatial segments. So total 21 sessions happened. More than 70 experts participated in this. And this runtime of these sessions is about 40 hours. Now, if I can tell you the day wise or the session wise details, on day one, we had the panel discussion on covering Indian cinema in Australian Indian media. And here I must tell you at the outset that out of whatever number, these 21 sessions we had, 7 sessions were brought to us by Dr. Vikrant Kishore and Deakin University. And this time the whole horizon was expanded to the extent that not only the academics, the researchers, the students from Deakin University joined, but also the film professionals and film personalities working in Australia, the Australian people, and also the people belonging to Indian diaspora in Australia. They also joined different sessions. So this very first session was of that kind, wherein the people from Australia joined. Then we have one session on gender and cinema. This was a master class, and it was presented by Professor Elam Atakav from UK, from the University of East Anglia. On the second day, the 16th, there was a panel discussion on OTT media consumption by Indian youth. And here the panelists were the students of DME Media School. This beginning we in fact did last year, wherein we decided to have a session of our own students for two reasons. One, that since they are actively involved in the whole activities that we are organizing as part of the film festival, so they should also get that kind of exposure wherein they are able to express what they want to do with regard to any pertinent theme related to cinema. Then since this year we lost the legendary actor Dilip Kumar. So we organized a session on Dilip Kumar, which was a panel discussion, and it was brought to us by Delhi Film Foundation. Then we held a workshop, which was an acting workshop, keeping in view both theater and films. And this workshop was taken by Kavar Deepak Gulati. And this was a workshop, I must tell you, that was in the physical mode. Since we are doing everything hybrid, so we experimented so much with the hybrid, wherein online sessions are happening at the same time. We are doing the things live from this Studio 62. And at the same time, we also try to hold the things completely in the physical space, like this theater workshop was completely in the physical space, wherein we allowed limited number of students to participate in this workshop, which held in Studio 62 only. Then we held, on the third day, we held a panel discussion on cross-cultural creativity working between and within India and Australia. It was moderated by Dr. Vikrant Kishore, and there were panelists from Deakin University and from the University of Newcastle. Thereafter, another session which happened again from Australia. It was on Australian Indians in Australian media challenges and opportunities. Herein, the keynote address was made by Kumud Mirani, and it was moderated by Dr. Vikrant Kishore. Then we had a special session in which we invited the 4 jury members to come to Studio 62 and interact with us as to what all happened during the whole process of assessment and judging the films, on what criteria it was done, and what was their experience of watching such a large number of films and making their judgments. So all the 4 jury members, Mr. Nimish Kapoor, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, and Ms. Supriya Suri, they were here and they expressed their views regarding the whole jury. And then we, 2 very important sessions happened again, courtesy to Dr. Vikrant Kishore, where in one session, he invited the whole, the director, producer of a documentary, which was on this was a this was a feature film, and the whole cast and crew was there. I A Breathful Soul, and in which the producer, director, and the male lead and the female lead, they were invited. And then we had a panel discussion, rebirth and rejuvenation of cinema in the digital era, a pandemic fallout. This was brought to us by Professor Ujjwal Chaudhary, and this was courtesy to Global Media Education Council. And in this, filmmakers, film practitioners, and film scholars, they all join hands. And then very niche thing, also this time we included, thanks to Dr. Gauri Chakravarti. So this session was on sound design in films, aesthetics and technology. So Dr. Gauri Chakravarti planned this, and this was a session wherein a few experts were there in this studio, Studio 62, and other experts joined online. And then, as I was telling you, that two special sessions were brought from Australia. One was about the feature film. Another was about a documentary. This was a documentary on Gita, and this was in the backdrop of the incidents which very often happen in India, which we know as acid attacks on women. And though this film was produced from Australia, but they made this film in India, in Agra. And the daughter of Geeta, she was there showcased in film. And this was completely talking to the cast and crew of and the protagonist of this film was really a remarkable experience. And then again, we had a very, very unique session, which was on visual effects and gaming. This was brought to us by Dr. Ashish Kulkarni, who is a big name in this particular arena, and who is considered the pioneer of animation industry in India. So he talked about this gaming and visual effects to Mr. Satish Narayanan, who again is a big name, and he is the founder, director of Design Media and Entertainment Solutions. And then we had a very, very, again, very, very different kind of session on children's film, because whenever we discuss film, we are always referring to mainstream cinema, which is always addressing the adults. But this was a session which had a focus on children's film, and this was brought to us by our friend Mr. Praveen Nagda. And this was a session wherein the panelists included basically the people who have been involved in the making or in curating film festivals based on children's cinema. And these panelists came from different parts of the globe, despite many were joining at the odd hours, but they joined this session, and they joined right from Greece to Canada to Iran to Netherlands. So this was again a different kind of experience for us. And on day 6, we had a session, Australia-India Film Relations, a health check. This was brought to us by Australia India Film Council, and this session was moderated by Julie Marlowe, who is a film professional, writer, and academic based in Australia. Another special session that happened on the 6th day was the interaction with a film personality, with a film director, Gurvinder Singh, and he was kind enough to share, to screen his full-length feature film, Khanur, which was a nice experience to watch. Then in the evening, last evening, we had a session which was taken by Mr. Aditya Seth, who is again a known filmmaker. And this again was on understanding the female perspective for budding filmmakers. So it exposed the audience to a completely different perspective, or rather, I will not say the different, but then a perspective which in the, wherein lot was hidden, which he uncovered with regard to characterization characterization of women in Indian films, and to how, what kind of portrayal is done and what should be done, and how we can look at the women portrayal and the characterization of women characters. Then coming to last day, that is today, this morning, we had a session on Shyam Benegal. So you can just look at this aspect that initially we had a session on Dilip Kumar, who was a legendary actor, and this was a session of Shyam Benegal, who is considered the father of parallel cinema, though he does not believe that way, that cinema can be categorized that way, but he is certainly a person who has been in the Indian film industry active for the last 50 years, and he has given to us all kind of films. And not only that, the Bharat Ek Khoj serial, which he produced and directed for Doordarshan, is still considered a landmark if we try to understand the Indian history, Indian legacy, and Indian heritage. Then the second session of today was again a panel discussion which was brought to us by Deakin University and by Dr. Vikrant Kishore. It was on creating and performing Bollywood music and dance in Australia. And this was again attended by many people from the Indian diaspora in Australia, and we could know as to what kind of work the people of Indian origin in Australia are doing to promote Indian art, music, dance, and Indian heritage. So this was a report card of the 7 days. And as it has been told you already, as far as the hybrid is concerned, we have done this experiment. We have created 2 platforms. On one, there is a constant screening of films, and on the other, we are holding all these kind of sessions, the deliberations, the inaugural, and the valedictory. And all these sessions, all these films you can watch on the platform on the website of Ciffi. So we are, and then we are live streaming all the sessions on Facebook. Subsequently, the contents of all the sessions will be available on YouTube. So I stop here in this session as I'm looking forward to listen to the distinguished guests who are there in this session, and the filmmakers, the budding filmmakers, and particularly those filmmakers whose films have been awarded and who are going to be felicitated, to be awarded in this session only later. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir. And I'm sure under your guidance, we will reach another milestone in coming years. Oliver Wendell Holmes said, many ideas grow better when transplanted into another mind than the one where they sprang up. Yes, we at DME did the same. We collaborated with Deakin University, Australia for the film festival, and that's how Ciffi became the world's first 7-day hybrid film festival organized by educational institutions of 2 countries. The team at Deakin University is versatile, and together we explored, innovated, and succeeded. And in this journey, Dr. Vikrant Kishore from School of Communication and Creative Arts, Deakin University, Melbourne, Australia, has been our partner at every step. Dr. Vikrant Kishore is a filmmaker and an academician. He has been capturing stories of cultural flows and its impact on Indian diaspora in Australia. Dr. Kishore likes to integrate traditional cultural practices with new media technologies to archive, create digital exposition, collaborate on multimedia exhibitions and festivals. He has authored and edited books on Indian cinema, celebrity culture, intangible cultural heritage. He has been a jury member of various film festivals. Dr. Kishore's area of research are Indian cinema, intangible cultural heritage, reality television programs, casteism, and discrimination. He is member of Regional Advisory Council of Victorian Multicultural Commission, and he is also the Festival Director of Ciffi 2021. Sir, we are eager to hear from you. Dr. Vikrant Kishore.
Thanks, Manasri, and thanks to Professor Amrish Saxena for giving a kind of an overview of the whole festival. So that makes my work easy, and I can, make it very short. So firstly, hello to everyone, and I acknowledge and pay my respect to all the esteemed guests and the amazing students present here today. Before I start, I would like to recognize the various traditional lands where we are located and acknowledge the elders, past, present, and emerging, I acknowledge the land, waterways, and airways of the Wurundjeri people and pay our respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people. I also acknowledge the rights and struggles of the Dalits and Indigenous of India. Firstly, a huge round of applause to Professor Amrish Saxena, Dr. Susmita Bala, Manaswi, Manmeet, Mudita, Sumantra, Sachin, Pramod, and all other staff and students who made Ciffi a possibility during these challenging times of the pandemic. I feel proud to be a part of Cineast Film Festival of India, a collaborative film festival organized by Delhi Metropolitan Education and Deakin University, Australia, which I'm representing today. In this third year of this fruitful collaborative partnership, the festival has grown phenomenally with many external partners and supporters. I would also like to mention that getting a public listing on Film Freeway is another acknowledgement of the festival and its growing esteem. This year, more than 3,000 films were received from more than 100 countries. It certainly demonstrates the goodwill built around this festival, and I'm sure this will grow manifold. From Australia's side, this year our focus was on the stories of Australian Indians in Australian films, and the 7 specialist panel discussions saw Australian Indians sharing their thought on the challenges and opportunities in Australian media, and also looking at the future. It was the first of its kind intensive focus on Australian Indians and their engagement, even if it is limited with the media in Australia, be it ethnic media or mainstream. What this festival actually provided is a value addition, not only for students, but for all the participants and the audience, including the various partners that were associated with the festival. This festival also helped people-to-people connection, powered collaboration with an emphasis on mutual understanding and exploration of topics beyond the basics, getting into the details, finding meaning, and creating an understanding. I would like to thank Mr. Aman Sani, Professor Ravikant Swami, Professor Amrish Saxena, and Dr. Susmita Bala for this valuable partnership with Deakin, which has been there for more than 3 years. In fact, it has been for almost 5 years now. It's the 3rd edition of Ciffi. That's another thing, but being a partner for anything like this for more than 5 years and for a festival for more than 3 years, it's a kind of a very commendable thing, and it's a partnership. It's not looking at kind of a short-term goals, but it has a long-term goal. So, and last not the least, I'd like to congratulate all the students of DME for putting such an incredible work. And as I said earlier also, this festival belongs to you, and it is a true showcase of your work. And we must make sure to continue this endeavor each year with renewed fervor and enthusiasm. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your immense support. And I'm sure our collaboration has long way to go. As we move ahead with the permission of dignitaries, we would like to release the souvenir of Ciffi 2021. I request technical team to release the souvenir in a form of a small video. Thank you, team. This was really a beautiful presentation, and I'm sure we'll soon see the version of it on our website. We are happy to have amongst us Professor Ujjwal Chaudhary, former Pro Vice Chancellor, Branding, International Relations, Corporate Relations, CSR. He has wide experience in media communication and associated with Business India Group, Z Group, Observer Group, Blitz. Professor Chaudhary comes with years of academic and professional experience. He has worked with various prestigious organizations in different capacities. He is the Secretary of Global Media Education Council, where 75 stalwarts, 75 countries, 75 speakers will meet and exchange thoughts for 75 evenings in an intellectual manner. Professor Chaudhary, we would like to hear from you.
Thank you. Thank you. And out of the 75, 30 are over, 45 more to go, 2022. More particularly, coming to Ciffi, it's so beautiful to see that the 7 days long program is coming to an end and very beautifully, successfully being organized. In the opening session, when you had called me, I spoke about collaborations between two countries and two institutions, collaborations between the industry and the academicians, collaborations happening in the field of cinema across all media platforms and various types of films, and many other forms of collaboration. You have so many films coming all over the country, all over the world. Something 110 or 11 countries films have come. So collaboration, taking that theme ahead in the valedictory, first of all, I salute that most of these collaborations could be actually executed, implemented on ground. Having said that, can we now look forward to 2022 in the fourth Ciffi program, in the fourth session, which could be physical? And along with physical, there should be hybrid. It should be hybrid as well. So it should be available, video streamed and taken to many places, but done physically as much as possible in Delhi. That's one. Second, if we could expand the foreign university partnerships with more universities joining and joining with concrete contributions to as a part of the advisory board. If you would like, I can at least bring one university with more than 40,000 students in Bangladesh and one university from Sri Lanka as partners. So can we expand that? Could take the collaboration further. Can we bring in some technological partners? So film industry is highly technology driven. Can we look at some major technology partners who might also come in, if it is physical program with some cash support, but surely some gadget support which can be given to the winners. So that could be some awards can be through them. Can we look at that? There are some of the very lovely films, short films and long films both made, which have the scope of being developed into full feature films. Can we also think of partnering with production houses? Because nowadays this is a common thing that production houses in many countries partner with educational institutes or university film festivals to pick up good ideas and talent and develop that into full-fledged commercial product. Now, this is possible in India. For example, Ficky Frames in 2019 had a pitch in with your idea and a short film, that contest, where a youngster with a great idea and a short film which he has made himself or at his college would pitch in with that, asking for bigger money. One of my former students got 2 crores investment in his film. Through that process, Arnab Kanti Mishra, AKM, we call him, he got it from Eros International. So it is possible to invite 1 or 2 such organizations which could take it further. And similarly, we had many film directors, no doubt, this time speaking. Very good variety, young, senior directors and all. But people like us who are academics, I think we could speak a bit less. So we can be invited lesser and more from the film industry. And now film can mean anything between 10 seconds and 150 minutes. So 10 seconds because of the internet advertising and 150 minutes full feature films. So can there be more categories? Because the purposes and the durations of films are so varied. I understand even increasing categories all may not be covered, but still can we at least try to be as inclusive on the variety of content. There is fiction, there is non-fiction, and there is something in between, semi-fiction. There is feature, there is short films, and there is featurette. There is ad films and then many other. So can we look at expanding the scope of categorization and awards. Some of the ideas which usually come as we go ahead, we have already gone ahead. 3 sessions have been done, 3 editions have been done. The fourth can be qualitatively much evolved even further. This one was much evolved because it was hybrid. The hybrid can be taken to a much larger scope as we go ahead in 2022. Obviously, it will need a 1-year planning for that. Thank you, every member of Ciffi, for making us proud with such a lovely program on the Indian soil in the capital city NCR region, and making us part of this beautiful journey. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, sir. As always, very unique ideas, very creative thoughts, and we will definitely incorporate all of them. Now, moving ahead, I would like to invite another expert advisory member, Dr. Sanjay Ranade. Dr. Ranade has a doctorate in politics from University of Mumbai. He worked as a journalist and public relations person for 12 years before he was invited by the University of Mumbai to set up the Department of Communication and Journalism in 2003, where he is the course coordinator. Sir is also a practicing psychotherapist. Sir, we would like to hear from you now.
Thank you. And I'm very happy actually to see Vikrant Kishore in person. We have never met each other. But because when I studied the Koli community, the fisher community in the Monash University, one of the ideas which we were looking was how the Koli music is incorporated into Hindi cinema and the dance patterns, etc. And then when your paper came in 2013, I was very excited that, oh goodness, this is becoming a thesis and a book. And it has actually become a book. It's wonderful. I have your book and I do look at it very closely because the kind of thoughts that you're putting through, your opening when you started to talk today is, I think, very significant. And the film world has to look at the southern part of the globe. There are too many silences in our world, and you are one of those academics among many of them in the southern part of the globe who are looking at those silent voices and bringing them out academically. But there are also filmmakers who are doing this absolutely wonderful work, especially in Tamil cinema, which we do see that they are bringing out a lot of voices which were completely unheard of maybe 15 or 20 years ago. I am aware that Hindi cinema is lacking behind hopelessly in this business, and we are still dealing completely in popular culture. But people like you are really putting the academic light on it. And DME with its, I'm very grateful to you for tying up with such a person. उनकी ओपनिंग ही मेरे ख्याल से हमारे लिए एक अगले साल के लिए एक बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण होना चाहिए कि हम उन आवाजों को और उन दृश्यों को हमारी दुनिया के सामने लाएं जो अब तक हमने या तो नजरअंदाज किए या फिर जानबूझकर दिखाई नहीं. And I feel that that is the call. If we have to really challenge the northern theorists and their theoretization, then we have to be honest enough about our world first. We have to be very honest, and I think it is time to be brutally honest about it. So thank you, Ambarish ji, for calling me here. It's a wonderful time. आप लोगों सबको कोट में देखकर बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि यहाँ मुंबई में बिल्कुल ठंड नहीं है. You can see my t-shirt में बैठा हूँ क्योंकि it is very warm out here. So आप सबको दिल्ली में ठंड मुबारक, and it is a wonderful festival that you have conducted. Thank you for calling me.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir. We are fortunate to have amongst us Honorable Mr. Justice Bhavar Singh, Director General DME, a visionary leader who has been always there to guide us and motivate us in our endeavors. Sir was appointed in UP Judicial Service on 18th April 1970 after he had obtained master's degree in law. His lordship graced the office of Registrar General, Supreme Court of India from February 2nd, 1998 to March 24, 1999. His lordship has elevated to permanent judge of Allahabad High Court on March 26, 1999 and has laid his office on 31st January 2007. Sir has adorned the August Office of Chairman, Judicial Training and Research Institute, UP from 2012 to 2014 and joined Delhi Metropolitan Education as Professor and Director General from July 2014. Sir, we would like to hear from you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to hear about the accomplishment of this gigantic task of more than a week, in which hundreds of movies were screened, having been invited from various parts of the world. Cinema is considered to be a combination of art and culture in all democratic and even non-democratic societies spreading world over. The message of peace, customs, traditions, as also freedoms. It helps bring the producers, directors, and also actors to come to a common platform and showcase their creations. They learn from each other the various concepts of their cultures with their exhibition of some wrongs being committed here and there. The rules and authorities react with positive decisions to the advantages of the concerned masses. Such happenings soon after are conveyed through festival screens by the next year to the world, attracting the attention of the right-minded persons. And with critical debates across the world through digitalization, better things are restored in the relevant society. Other democracies learn to emulate. Friends, the festivals of screen must be held with an aim and object, not with a motive. Motive at times spoils the show, while a bona fide purpose achiever achieve the great success. When UA International Human Rights Film Festival was established in Ukraine more than 13 years ago, there was hardly any infrastructure. But since the aim was to launch an education to promote human rights values, the situation tremendously changed. As a matter of fact, visual literacy is the correct aptitude of the current century, with high quality tales to learn from. Therefore, the screen shows encourage, inspire, and create dialogue amongst the people. Another aim of the film festival is to cultivate an interest in cinema and offering an affordable chance to the audience to watch movies which they would not have otherwise availed of. The filmmakers reveal to the curious audiences their talents and new discoveries with latest technology. That is why the cinema festivals around the globe have emerged as a strength and certainly not a weakness. The problem-oriented programs like child care, terrorism, civil war, poverty, illiteracy, rivalry in the fields of religion, politics, commerce, and boundaries are showcased mostly with solutions of course. As a matter of fact, these solutions serve the advantage to the society of getting rid out of the problems. The students of DME Media School and other participants may bear all such aspects of the film festivals while watching the documentaries and films of the countries. Friends, I'm happy to have noted down the success of this film festival in collaboration with other partners, particularly the Deccan University. All of you deserve my compliments as you richly deserve it. I express a great satisfaction to learn that this film festival by DME school has been a grand success. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Your blessings, your wishes are really important for us. In the meanwhile, we would like to invite Professor Ravi Kant Swami, Director DME, to share his thoughts on ICANN 4. Professor Swami has more than 21 years of experience and has taught at Banastali Vidyapeeth, Om Kothari Institute of Management, Kota, Maharishi Arvind Institute of Science and Management, Jaipur, Hindu Institute of Management, Sonipat, and Ernie University. He served as professor and dean at Ernie School of Business Management. He has many publications in reputed journals. He has also written a book and presented papers in various international and national conferences. I request Director Sir to address the gathering.
It's a happy and sad moment in the sense that a film festival, all of us were enjoying it a lot. It's coming to an end. So obviously there's a feeling of nostalgia. Well, I must congratulate the DME Media School for coming up with this third edition of Ciffi, and looking at the collaborations, looking at the partnerships. I can quote Majru Sultanpuri, who said that मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल की तरफ, लोग साथ जुड़ते गए और कारवां बनता गया. So that is the way this Ciffi has happened. That is what I can comment on the partnerships, the collaborations. This this film festival is unique in the sense that Professor Ambrish, along with all the partners, Dr. Bala, DME Media School, they have given a very different way to the academic world, and rather to other people as well, for organizing a film festival. If I have to quote an analogy, I'll quote an analogy from Manish Mundra, who happens to be MBA, my peer at MBA from Janana and Vyas University, Jodhpur. So Manish Mundra is known to have given a different kind of model to Bollywood. And that model is about films like Aankho Dekhi, Masan. And these movies are content driven, low budget, and low speculation, because more the speculation, more devastating is the business. So to draw an analogy, Manish Mundra has given a very different model to Bollywood. Similarly, Amrish Saxena sir, Bala ma'am, DME Media School has given a very different kind of model with which we can celebrate film festivals in an academic institution. The spectrum is so great, and this entire model is so great that it is something very different, and not only different, it is very, very sustainable also. Having Ciffi 1, 2, 3, celebrating it in a great manner puts a responsibility on the shoulders of Professor Saxena and DME Media School, because we expect a lot from the fourth version of Ciffi, which is going to happen in 2022. And again, as far as our expectations are concerned, I'll quote Shakil Badaini, जब रात हो ऐसी मतवाली तो सुबह का आलम क्या होगा. तो जब Ciffi 1, 2, 3 has been so wonderful, we can imagine about Ciffi 4. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for encouraging us in the filmy style. Now, sir has already spoken so much about Ciffi 2021, and we have got the report also. So let's see a short video on Ciffi 2021 highlights.
Thank you. As we reach towards the end of 2021, in a small corner of India's Noida, there are several countries and people uniting together. But wait, what are we celebrating? Is it a fest? A conference? An event? What is it? Well, I assure you that it is nothing ordinary, and amidst all the chaos, you will still make time for it. Delhi Metropolitan Education brings to you Cineasta International Film Festival 2021.
This is a wonderful event. This is a wonderful start to this event, and this is an event we're all very excited about.
The Cineast Film Festival of India, a collaborative film festival organized by Delhi Metropolitan Education India and Deakin University, Australia.
I welcome all the dignitaries, guests from India and Australia.
The festival has grown phenomenally with many external partners and supporters. I would like to mention that getting a public listing on Film Freeway is another acknowledgement of the festival, and it's growing esteem. This year, more than 3,000 films were received from more than 100 countries. Well, it is a huge jump from the 110 films last year that we received, and it demonstrates the goodwill that has been built around this festival, and I'm sure it will grow manifold.
Under the corona threat, we are again compelled to conduct this film festival in hybrid mode.
And the first Cineasta International Film Festival, which happened in April 2019. So it was a 4-day festival. Obviously, it was in the physical space because that time it was unthinkable that something can happen on online mode. With everything that we do in the any media school, for us in any activity that we do or we think of, students are always in the forefront because ultimately an educational institution is for students only. And if their learning is happening, and in media studies, nothing can be more important than something being done hands-on.
A big congratulations to all the students of DME for putting such an incredible work. This festival belongs to you and is a true showcase to your work.
Ciffi 2021 is a forum for enjoyment and learning. So be with us for a week for your lifetime experience.
My best wishes. I'll be a part of this entire program. I look forward to it.
Shalom and aloha from Delhi Metropolitan Education. We are outside the studio and Cineasta International Film Festival is going on. Let's see what is happening inside the studio. Wow, this looks like a very busy day, and it's a Sunday morning and everybody's so involved. I'm not going to disturb them, guys. They've been very busy. Let's talk over here. Hi guys, wow. A lot of laptops. You guys look really busy and involved. What is happening, Muskan?
We are live here. We have the fest, so it is in the hybrid mode.
Hybrid mode, guys. We are having the fest in the hybrid mode. Anisha, would you like to throw some light on what hybrid mode is?
Yeah, right. Even right now, हमने एक Zoom session organize किया हुआ है, and hybrid mode is more like when guests came here and join from here, and half of the panelists or speaker वो Zoom से join करते login करते हैं, and they will connect with each other, they will discuss, they will question answer round होते हैं, यहाँ students questions करते हैं, some students are also invited here, and some students can ask questions from Zoom. So it's more like, this is called an hybrid mode actually.
Wow. So students come over here and they talk to each other, they talk to the panelists, they interact. That is what goes on in the hybrid mode, guys. It's amazing. And the session has just wrapped up, so we are going to ask the host of this event, Sophia, about what has happened in today's event. Hi Sophia.
Hi.
What's up? What is happening? How did the event go?
It was nice, और हमें काफ़ी अमेजिंग एक्सपीरियंस था और हमें काफ़ी अच्छा लगा कि हमने ऑनलाइन मोड में एक काफ़ी एमिनेंट पर्सनालिटीज के साथ इंटरेक्ट किया एक ही पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में, सो इट वाज अमेजिंग.
Wow, that's great, guys. And here we have member from the technical team, Honey Khurana. So, Honey, hi.
Hello.
What's up? What is happening? क्या हो रहा है technical team में?
So we have seen a lot of filmmakers, actors, technicians, academics in these 7 days film festival, and it's a great experience.
That's great. So everybody's having a lot of fun, and there is a lot going on here. Here I'm seeing a person standing behind the camera. He looks like, oh, it's Mihir. Mihir. Hi, Mihir. He's one of the members of the social media team, guys. But he's here. He's standing behind the camera. Hi, Mihir. So what's up? What is going on? What are you doing?
लाइक यहाँ पे मल्टी कैम फोटोज हो रहे हैं, ठीक है, एंड यहाँ पे जितने भी फुटेज होती है वो अंदर सीधा पीसीआर में जाती है एंड वहाँ पे लाइक अलग अलग हम लोग फिर सीक्वेंस में फोकस करते हैं एंड चलते हैं पीसीआर रूम में.
Okay, let's go to the PCR room. Sounds like such a place. This is the PCR room, guys, and there are a lot of. Ooh, we are supposed to tone it down because everybody is working over here. Oh my God, Ashley and Samantha are working on a video, and so would you like to talk about something? Okay, let's go with it. This is Vishal sir, and that's Yogesh sir over there, working tirelessly for Cinesta International Film Festival 2020. And here, what do we have here? Hi Pratik.
Hi.
So what is happening over here? I can see a lot of screens. What is happening?
Like, did you see that multicam setup out there?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he showed me. Yeah.
Yeah. So we receive video sources from that setup here in this machine, and then we process those videos which you see on your screens out there.
Wow, guys, that is a lot of technicalities and everything. Wow, you guys are working really hard. And here is Neti working on the switcher. Hi, Neti.
Hello.
So everything's good?
Yeah.
Very good, right? And that's Heather over there. Heather is working tirelessly and has been an integral part of Cinesta International Film Festival. Hi Heather, what's up and what is going on?
I'm fine, and we have two screens here, which one is used for Zoom live streaming on our website, and the second one here, it is used for a movie, 7 hours approx a day, which is live on our website, and you can watch it there. Thank you.
Wow. So I really hope you guys liked what you saw. There are a lot of people working tirelessly and working really hard in this festival.
So,
Yeah, just a minute. Come. So today is the 6th day and the first session has just finished. 2 more sessions to go today. This is a 7-day mega event, Ciffi 2021, and for the last 6 days we have been having all kind of panel discussions, workshops, interviews, master classes, and now you are watching now the valedictory function, the award-winning function of this mega event, wherein we are giving awards to the filmmakers who have been winners in all 7 categories of this film festival. So let us all enjoy and celebrate this extravaganza.
तो हम लोग वैलिडिक्टी की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं और हमारा फंक्शन बहुत अच्छा रहा, सिफी बहुत अच्छा रहा, इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल जिसे हम कहते हैं वाकई में सक्सेसफुल इंटरनेशनल फेस्टिवल जिसमें देशों के विदेशों के बहुत सारे लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग था, डिफरेंट पैनल्स डिस्कशन, क्यूरेट सेशन, वर्कशॉप और वाओ स्टूडेंट्स ने इतना हार्ड वर्क किया है, अमेजिंग, बहुत मज़ा आया और स्टूडेंट बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग है, उन्होंने भी बहुत एंजॉय किया। तो हम लोग आगे भी इसी तरह के इवेंट्स करते रहेंगे और इंटरेस्टिंग इवेंट करेंगे। बहुत 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 अच्छा लगा।
as we come to an end to this festival, we observed a hybrid film festival needs a hands-on and dynamic multi-platform marketing approach. We were posting and streaming on various platforms like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and YouTube. As students, what we learn in media, we apply in these events across the year. Ciffi is a celebration of storytelling, artists, and of course, students. We'll see you next year. Au revoir.
It all together. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for capturing videos and these memories, which will be cherished all these years. Now we have amongst us Mr. Praveen Nagda, Festival Director, Kids Cinema and Culture Cinema, India. He has been closely associated with many national and international events related to cinema for children, art, and culture, such as 20th International Children's Film Festival, India 2017, Hyderabad, 2nd National Children's Film Festival 2016, ICFI 2015, CFSI Film Bonanza with CYDA Pune, Samanvay 2013, an initiative of Jackie Shroff Foundation Mumbai, Parampara 2011, a tribute to Academy Ratna Pandit Rohini Bhate Mumbai, Children's Film Festival Sikkim 2017, International Children's Film Festival 2016, Northeast, Smile International Film Festival for Children and Youth, Delhi, Rujuta Soman Cultural Academy Pune, New Delhi, Art Book Fair, and Raj Kapoor Awards for Excellence in Entertainment. Sir has been constant support for us. He has been guiding us throughout these festival of Ciffi, and I would request him to share a few words.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think I don't have much to say. I was a part of this interesting program for last 2 years, and it was really great. A lot of effort has gone from all of you. And to put this kind of large-scale event, multi-country associations, multiple universities, and so much coordination, so much of content, the whole curatorial value of the festival is at a different level only. And I congratulate all of you and thank you for making me a part of this event. And I'm grateful to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request technical team to play the video of Dr. Martin Potter if it is working.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Martin Potter and I'm coming to you from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia on Wurundjeri country. I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation who are the traditional custodians of the land where I'm recording this video. And I'd also like to pay respect to the Wurundjeri elders past and present and acknowledge that sovereignty has never been ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land. On this country, I work with Deakin University in the School of Communication and Creative Arts. I'm also a documentary filmmaker and I produce transmedia projects that are made with communities around the world, distributed across a range of different media from cinema to mobile screens. Regardless of the screen, at the end of the day, it's all about sharing and connecting through our stories. The Cineast International Film Festival of India is rapidly becoming a platform that embodies this notion of sharing and connecting through our stories on screen. And I'm honoured to be involved again through Deakin University with Ciffi. And thanks also to Dr. Vikrant Kishore for inviting me into this in 2019 and inviting me back every year. Glad to see I want to welcome. I'm really looking forward to both my and Deakin University's continuing involvement in this festival. And I'm so excited about the incredible growth and development that Ciffi has seen over the years, especially in 2021. With Ciffi's focus this year on collaboration, especially on the stories of Australian, Indians and Australian films, I thought it would be worth quickly reflecting on some of the challenges and opportunities and on some of the longing that occurs when people are mobile and therefore distant. And as how we move, we open up spaces for new ideas. I suppose I've been thinking of this also in light of how we've been much more fixed in place for the past couple of years. We've seen the rules change overnight for how we live, how we move, how we engage with each other socially, culturally. It's a reminder that all these rules can potentially be made and remade at a moment's notice. And perhaps this is something that will come from this time that's positive, that's amazing, transformative, that we understand that all the rules are made up and we can reimagine things. And I think perhaps that through the expression of the lived and the elevation of everyday life, the very perception of a sense of place and of the world can be reimagined. And I think that there are new ways to build community and to build social relations, and this can emerge through the production of new stories and creative acts. And I think that, through the work that Ciffi is doing to try and engage Australian Indians, Australians in the cinema space, I think this really speaks to us in a profound and beautiful way. So thanks again for having me, and see you for Ciffi in 2022.
Thank you. And on this note, I would again like to thank Deakin University for their support and motivation. When we talk about films and film festival, and we get encouragement from film fraternity, it raises our spirit and act as an icing on the cake. We are lucky to interact with Mr. Rajpal Yadav. He was the panelist in one of the sessions. He's a renowned film actor from Hindi film industry. He's considered amongst the most renowned comedian actors of Indian film industry. He made his first on-screen debut with movie Dil Kya Kare. Rajpal Yadav made his Telugu debut movie with Kick 2 in year 2015. He performed in a number of mega hit movies include Chup Chup Ke, Hangama, Waqt, The Race Against Time, Fir Hera Feri, Garam Masala, and Dhol. Rajpal Yadav always preferred to perform in comic roles like Pyar Tune Kya Kiya, Ladies Tailor, Main Madhuri Dixit Banna Chahti Hoon, Hello, Hum Lallan Bol Rahe Hain, Rama Kya Hai Drama, Mirch, Kushti, and Meri Patni Aur Wo. For his super hit movie Jungle, he received Sansui Screen Award for Best Actor in Negative Role, together with the nominee for Screen Best Actor Award. His movie Main Madhuri Dixit Banna Chahti Hoon, for which he won Yash Bharati Award. He has sent his message. Can I request the team to play the video message?
मैं सक्सेना साहब बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, प्रोफेसर साहब का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, जो भी हमें सुन पा रहे हैं उनका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मैं आपसे एक बात शेयर करना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म आपने शुरू किया है, और इसमें राजपाल की जहां भी आपको जरूरत पड़े सन, आज ही नहीं, क्योंकि वी आर सेम बिरादरी, हम लोग हम बोलते ना कि अगर बोलते हैं कि कर्म भूमि एक माँ ने जन्म दिया होता है, थिएटर मेरी दाई माँ है, जिसने मुझ पे जायफल लगा के मुझे पाल पोस के बड़ा किया है। आपको जहां भी मेरी जरूरत पड़े मैं तैयार हूं। बस मैं आपसे एक लास्ट, अपने आने वाले बच्चों, जैसे आपने मंथन की बात की और गाइडेंस की बात की, बहुत ही सेंसिटिव समय है, लेकिन बहुत कमाल का समय है। आपने मंथन करके आप पेड़ बनने जाओगे तो टूट जाओगे, बिखर जाओगे, लेकिन बीज बन के जाओगे तो जहां भी जमा दिए जाओगे वहीं पे खड़े हो जाओगे, वहीं पे दरख्त हो जाओगे। तो प्लीज बिकेम ऑफ योर सेल्फ, आप ट्रीट ऑफ योर सेल्फ एज सीड।
Thank you, sir. We have also received wishes from Mr. Pravel Gulati. He's an Indian actor who is known for his work on small screen and has recently made his foray into films. He started his career with an appearance in 2009 series Bollywood Heroes. Later, he bagged recurring roles of prominent position in shows like Haq Se, web series like Made in Heaven, Ghost Stories. His debut feature film was Ittifaq in 2017, which was followed by Kalank in 2019. In 2020, he bagged the lead role in Thappad, where he shared the screen with Taapsee Pannu. I request the team to play his video message.
Hi, this is Pavel Gulati. I just want to say congratulations on the festival. I mean, I wish when I was growing up, there were many festivals like these. It empowers a lot of people. So thank you for doing it. I wish I could be there. I'm shooting right now, so I couldn't be there. I'll try to be there next year and hope it happens next year and keeps on happening. Just want to say congratulations and all the best. You guys rock, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have another video to be played, which is about Ciffi's catalog. Catalog will be shared soon. I request the team to release the catalog of Ciffi 2021. Thank you, production and technical team, for putting it all together. This catalog contains details of all the films screened, all the films selected, and the winners. I congratulate all of them. Now we move to the next and the most important segment of this valedictory ceremony, the award function. Now I request Ms. Manmeet Kaur, Assistant Professor, DME Media School, to take the session forward. Over to you, Manmeet ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Manasvi. So last 6 days was the journey of learning and sharing experiences. We have listened and learned various insights of classic and contemporary cinema, and our panelist experts, they have put forward brilliant comprehensions about cinema. My heartfelt thanks to all the session experts and panelists who have joined us for Ciffi 2021. Thank you and welcome to all the attendees and winners of the festival who have joined us today from different parts of the world. Moving further, I would now like to call Mr. Sachin Nair, Assistant Professor, DME Media School, to share a report about the movies which we have received for our festival. Let me tell you that our technical production operations team is very sound and skilled. Mr. Sumantra Sarthidas, with sound experience of conducting film festivals, Mr. Vishal Sahai, experience of more than 10 years in production and post-production, Mr. Yogesh Sharma, another expert from our production team, and Mr. Sachin Nair, social media and production operations expert, have executed and meticulously planned the screening schedule. They have chosen a team of students who have keen interest in watching and analyzing the cinema. I think our dearest Sachin will tell us better. Over to you, Sachin, sir.
An old adage and platitude goes that Rome was not built in a day, but the continuation goes that the Romans were laying brick every hour. With that thought, Ciffi is a culmination of months of effort. And I'm Sachin Nair, Assistant Professor, Delhi Metropolitan Education. And I'm humbly presenting the reports of our hard work in a very short time, of all the students, of all the teachers, of the management of DME and DME Media School, which has culminated in this 7-day extravaganza, as all of you have heard. Across this 7-day festival, all of you have heard about the 3,130 films. I know everybody has heard these numbers, but I think we as an educational institution can boast that educational institutions, of course, have a certain purpose, have a certain style, have a certain way of functioning. We are training students, while conducting film festivals are a big enterprise which requires months and months of hard work, coordination across mediums, across people, across platforms. But I think we all can proudly say that this collaboration between DME and Deakin University has, since the past 3 years, created this amazing festival which has grown from year to year. I take a word from our esteemed jury members when Mr. Pankaj Rakesh quoted and said that Ciffi has arrived. That's exactly what has happened. Each year, Ciffi has upgraded. And the irony is, each year we have had worse situation in terms of COVID. Ciffi 2019 was a very grand affair, but in 2020, COVID hit us. But I think it's safe to say that DME hit back. We created a hybrid film festival, which was the world's first 7-day hybrid film festival conducted by educational institutions. 1 year later, here we are, with an educational institution hosting 3,000 films. And I think that is by no means a small feat. This was a 3-month-old journey, which of course I would request one of my students, Ms. Mahima, who would be telling you in very brief words, representing the screening team. I request social media team to please make her the co-host.
Thank you, sir. Dear all, I am Mahima Gupta. The process started with a group of 23 students divided into groups with teachers. They were divided into 7 groups. The journey started with a briefing about aesthetic judgment and subjectivity. Our criteria was about holding our individual preferences back while looking out for stories and ideas which deserve to be told. It was an intense process of 2.5 to 3 months where we saw films across the day while juggling with our classes and projects. This journey made us aware of cinemas and stories which go beyond our realities and the art we consume as part of mainstream. There were often debates about which movies to screen and which to avoid. We screened more than 3,000 films across genres like fiction, documentary, short film, animation, lockdown diaries, art films, musical. We selected 438 films which were then judged by a main jury. Our esteemed jury members during the course of Ciffi remarked that we traveled the entire world while sitting in our college. I, representing the screening team, second that. We look forward to even better films next year.
Thank you so much, Mahima. I think it's a testament to the very spirit of students. And I think there is another I started with a cliche, and let me say a cliche again, that true learning often is done outside classrooms. Watching 3,000 films is, of course, not something that is part of the curriculum, but that is exactly where training takes place. Our student Mahima Kore, our jury member, is saying about traveling the entire world, and that is exactly what they did. During the course of these 2 months, I think all of my fellow teachers who have overseen this process will agree, we have also seen our students grow from perspective to perspective, from story to story, from country to country, from culture to culture. We have all grown from these stories from amazing people, and we are all humbled by this opportunity to bring the stories of so many amazing filmmakers to life. I would now request another one of our students, Ms. Naina Parmeshwaran, to give a very brief note about the social media and production work undertaken by DME Media School students.
Thank you, sir. Hi all, I'm Naina. I represent our dynamic social media and production team. We ensure 24/7 coverage of our festival across 4 media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So round the clock pre and post event coverage while this video streamed live on Facebook. The video production would be bringing to you all the sessions FPI perusal soon. Social media team covered behind the scenes footage, our sessions, panelists, and the entire process with photographs and videos, Instagram Reels. Ciffi was a training ground for photographers, social media experts, production experts, and artists of tomorrow. Our story does not end here. We will be giving you insights and tidbits from Ciffi's many iterations, sessions, films, and people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naina. I think Naina was also presented the efforts of our entire team, which again, to repeat my point, as she said, DME Media School is a training ground for all these students who have been working across 7 days. I would like to inform all of you from the past 7 days, all our students in the core team is coming to the college and we are conducting sessions, learning and training. We have the same way we have enabled storytellers to tell the story. We hope that we have taken the words and insights from every panelist across the world. As all of you know, and as you have seen in the movie also, Ciffi was streaming with 2 screens across the world. While one screen covered the movies, the other screen covered the sessions. The team behind working this worked for months, creating seamless transitions from website to Twitch to streaming to film freeway. I would like to thank all the dear students who worked night and day to making this happen. The list goes on. We have a very long list, but I think I would like to thank the screening team, the documentation team, and the social media team. This festival, as Vikrant sir also said, it belongs to you, and I hope you have shown the paths to those who come after you. I would like to thank Amrish sir and Bala ma'am, who have ideated this festival and given us this opportunity to exercise and learn so much, to come in contact with so many panelists, filmmakers, and storytellers. I would like to commemorate all of our the esteemed colleagues who were involved in part of screening: Mr. Sumantra Sartidas, Mr. Yogesh Sharma, Ms. Manmeet Kaur, Ms. Mudita Raj, Ms. Shruti VS. I would like to thank all of the core members, and I hope, and I leave with this hope, that Ciffi 2022 will see even more amazing stories and sessions. Goodbye, until next time.
Thank you, Sachin sir. Thank you so much. We have esteemed presence of our jury members today. Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, seasoned filmmaker, photographer, and media educator. Ms. Supriya Suri, founder and president of Cine Darbar, filmmaker and a film critic. Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, filmmaker, film critic, and a senior journalist. And we also have a jury member, Mr. Nimish Kapoor, scientist from Vigyan Prasad Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Let me take this privilege to introduce Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, an alumnus of Mass Communication Research Center, Jamia Millia Islamia in Delhi. In an eventful career spanning over 3 decades, he has worked in all the major filmmaking centers in the country on feature, documentary, corporate training, and advertising films. He has worked in various capacities with international crews on their projects in India and also overseas. Mr. Rakesh brings to the table a rich and varied experience in filmmaking, photography, radio, and advertising. He is a published author and photographer with a number of articles and books to his credit. Above all, Mr. Rakesh draws from his understanding of having taught graduate and undergraduate students filmmaking and more than a decade at various media institutions. I request Mr. Pankaj Rakesh to please address the gathering.
Dr. Saxena, Dr. Bala, Vikrant, fellow jury members Murtaza, Supriya, Manmeet, Sachin, and the wonderful team at DME. It's been a pleasure, it's been a privilege, and thank you for this opportunity. What film festivals do is they celebrate diversity. They celebrate creativity. And you've given us an opportunity to celebrate this wonderful cultural diversity and creativity for me personally, second year in the running. And it's been a pleasure and a privilege to be a jury member to watch these wonderful films. And film festivals will continue, whether in hybrid mode or physical, as Professor UKC was talking about, because film festivals provide us a platform for screening, marketability of films, and another platform for learning, networking, and also seeking out new talent as far as filmmaking is concerned. So I hope and I wish all of you the very best for Deacon as well as for DME. And I wish round 4 is even better and grander than round 3. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pankaj sir. Thank you so much. Another jury member, Ms. Supriya Suri, founder and president of Cine Darbar, a filmmaker and a film critic. She is Cine Darbar is an organization which is engaged in film programming, education, and criticism. As a filmmaker, she has completed her film in film direction with French government scholarship from Paris. She was nominated for IVLP films by the American Embassy in 2012. She also runs a film gallery in New Delhi supported by the Japan Foundation. She was commissioned by Films Division to make a documentary on Buddhadev Das Gupta and now working on her feature film titled as Aruna Vasudev, the Mother of Asian Cinema. I request Ms. Supriya Suri to please address the gathering.
So hello everyone, and thank you for having me here. Thank you, Dr. Amrish Saxena, for involving me in Ciffi 2021 as one of the jury members. I congratulate the team for putting this hybrid festival, which I believe is already happening and is the future post COVID or no COVID, is the future of the events now. And I like to say that, festivals acts as a place of discovery. It helps not just the filmmakers, the emerging filmmakers, but also professionals to discover new artists and understand the new generation of filmmakers that are coming and their voices and their thoughts and their beliefs, what their beliefs are, So these festivals become critical in both ways, for the professionals and for the emerging artists. And I'd like to say that, this year, as everybody has said, how, Ciffi had entries, around 3,000 film entries from such diverse countries. And the kind of films that we saw, it was just not the volume, but the quality of films that came, and the kind of professionalism that these filmmakers or artists had put in was very commendable, from their production designs to the kind of genres that they experimented with. For example, there was science fiction, a lot of science fiction films that we saw, and a lot of action films where directors were really portraying their skills, what they were capable of, was something very exciting for me as a cinephile and as jury member to watch, And I just hope that, Ciffi will continue to provide these emerging filmmakers a platform to showcase, like a place to showcase their talent. And I wish all the best for 2022. And I can't wait to, have the winners of this year and let them know, the deserving candidates. So yeah, and best of luck for the next event.
Thank you, Supriya ma'am. Thank you. Few minutes to go for the video which we will be playing to showcase the winners of Ciffi 2021. Before that, another stalwart from the industry, Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, as the jury member of Ciffi 2021. Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan is an award-winning film and TV critic, journalist, and radio TV panelist. He was awarded the prestigious Shri Krishna Gopal Recharia Memorial Journalism Award for the year 2020. He currently is the films editor of Cafe Dissonance, New York. He has also been contributing to publications like The Hindu, The Sunday Guardian, News Laundry, The Daily Guardian, The Patriot, Huffington Post, and The Quint, and to name a few. As a mass communication professional and trained filmmaker, Mr. Murtaza frequently conducts workshops on film journalism, digital filmmaking, and screenwriting. He has made over 300 appearances on national television as a cinema expert and conducted over 200 exclusive celebrity interviews, which has been published in the leading publications. So I request Mr. Ali to please address the gathering.
Thank you, Professor Manmeet. First and foremost, I would like to thank you, Professor Amrish, Professor Bala, and the entire team of yours, the wonderful team, the technical committee, the screening committee. So I'm really grateful for being a part of this wonderful festival that you have put together. And as somebody who was also a part of the jury, I'm grateful to Pankaj Rakesh sir, Supriya, Nimesh sir. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time that we had together watching all those amazing films. All I want to say here is that third year is usually the decisive year for every film festival. A festival either fizzles out in the third year or it takes a leap. I, as somebody who was, very closely associated with the third edition of Ciffi, I can see that it really took a huge, huge leap, and we all witnessed it. I'm grateful to Deakin University. I'm grateful to everybody who has, come out and being a pillar of support for this festival, right from students to the administration to Justice Saab who joined us. Really grateful that we could have that kind of support, because that's really, really important for a festival like this, especially a festival which it's in its third year. So third year, as I said, is a very important year. And so I'm really happy that Ciffi has only gone from a position of strength to strength, and I can only see it soaring higher and higher. And I really congratulate you all, and I also congratulate all the winners. And there were some wonderful films on offer. So really, really feel privileged to be a part of this August gathering.
Thank you so much, Murtaza sir. Thank you. So let's watch and see who all are the winners for various competitive categories of Ciffi 2021.
Ciffi 2021. Awards for the two best films in the category documentary go to Bringer of Christmas, Antarctica. Special jury mention, Daughters on Rent, Talib. Awards for the two best films in the category fiction go to Trumpets in the Sky, Lynch Court. Special jury mention, Dabar. Awards for the two best films in the category short film go to Oh Father, Warm Autumn Night. Special jury mention, The Truth, 2001. Award for the best film in the category ad film goes to Bud Z. Awards for the two best films in the category COVID-19 Lockdown Diaries go to Human vs. Corona, Mask. Special jury mention, The Black Mask. Awards for the best two films in the category animation go to A Gallery Tale, A Flowering Tree. Special jury mention, Monkey Bars, Sun. Award for the two best films in the category musical go to Khwaish, Smritir Rodali.
Congratulations to all the winners of various competitive categories for Cineast International Film Festival of India, Ciffi 2021. So Mr. Nimish Kapoor, another jury member, has just joined us. So it is my privilege to introduce him, a versatile personality, a science communicator, writer, film curator, television programmer, and a team builder. Shri Nimish Kapoor is working in Vigyan Prasar, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India from last more than 16 years. He is Scientist E and heading the Science Films Division, Publication Division, and India Science Wire, Vigyan Samachar, Science News and Feature Service. He is a certified Google News Initiative trainer on fact verification. He is associated with the planning and execution of national and international science film festivals of India, flagship events of Vigyan Prasar, conducted series of national workshops on science filmmaking to promote the culture of science films and science film festivals in the country. I request Mr. Nimish Kapoorji to please address the gathering.
I'm delighted to be here, and I congratulate all the winners, filmmakers, delegates, and all experts associated with this festival. Organizers of the festival, team of DME, my fellow jury members, Professor Suresh, Tigmanshuji, and all associated members, guests, participants, filmmakers. It was, exciting and very nice experience as a part of jury, and I enjoyed the jury screening and watching all the films, and it is wonderful. A big festival, I think, one of the biggest festival in terms of number of entries, number of participating countries, and variety of genres. Actually, I saw variety of films, non-fiction, fiction, musical, animation. So exciting. So my best wishes for all the stakeholders of the festival, and also I would like to convey my wishes to our overseas filmmakers who contributed, who sent their entries, and it is exciting journey, and I hope in coming years it will be, one of the best global film festival. My best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nimish sir. Thank you. It was indeed a pleasure for the team Ciffi, DME Media School, and DME that are esteemed jury members. They have joined us today. Thank you so much, everyone, for your kind, motivating words and for encouraging words and your best wishes for another edition of Ciffi 2021. So our festival ambassador, Mr. Tigmanshu Dhulia, has also sent us a video message, his greetings for the festival. He is the festival ambassador for Ciffi 2019, Ciffi 2020, and now for Ciffi 2021. I request the operations team to please play the video message by our festival ambassador.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I must thank everybody involved in this festival, which is a regular feature. And I must congratulate Amrish ji for inviting me to be the chief guest. It's very strange to be a virtual chief guest. Though I was involved in this endeavor right from the beginning, I think, when it started. And it's a great thing. I mean, film festivals usually, this is the first time everybody is experiencing this these virtual meetings. Otherwise, film festivals were always a time, a place where everybody, all the participants and people who are avid film buffs get a chance to interact with each other, and discuss and fight and agree with each other, aesthetics, film aesthetics. And that is not possible now in these COVID times. But thank you so much for having me. I'm sure I've not seen the films, but the themes I could just understand just by the titles of those films, and those themes are very relevant and very true to our times, which is the most important thing a filmmaker should first achieve. The craft, it is the content, what the filmmaker is trying to say, what is inside him. That is more important. And with the guidance of all your teachers, Mr. Amrish Saxena, I'm sure these young kids are trained well to step out in the real world and show their talent. And the award functions are a great encouragement for everybody. This is a great effort. This is a great endeavor, and I think it should continue. So thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Before I call the winners for the festival who have joined us today from various countries, I would like to call Mr. Aman Sahani, Vice Chairman DME, to address the gathering.
Thank you. I feel at this point there's not very much left to say except two words perhaps. One is congratulations and the other is thank you. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to the entire team for conducting this. Congratulations to the students for putting together such a wonderful effort and being so passionately involved in this festival. And thank you, on the other hand, to everybody who's contributed, who's collaborated, to Deakin University in particular under Dr. Vikrant Kishore. He's a pillar of support for us, and everyone who's come in, all the jury members, all the experts, all the panelists who've contributed. So I look forward to the next edition. See you all next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aman sir. Thank you for your kind words. Before I call the winners for various competitive categories, I request all the attendees to please stay tuned for the cultural evening. And before the start of the cultural evening, the operation team will click a good photograph all the attendees. So please stay there with your cameras on. So now I would like to request Mr. Timu Metsajukwe. Maybe I'm pronouncing the names in a very different way, but he is the winner from documentary category, and the documentary name is Bringer of Christmas. So Mr. Timu, please switch on your mic. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you pronounced it very well. No worries without that. I hope I pronounced your name as really well as the. But hey, thank you for having me here. It's a privilege, and of course, every time you win something, it's really nice and really pleasure to hear and be one of the award winners during these times that we are living all over the world at the moment. I have to say that. We are living weird times here, also in the Arctic Circle in Finland, where I'm at the moment in Rovaniemi, the home of Santa Claus. I don't know what to say. I'm happy to be here, happy to get the award. I hope you enjoyed the film, The Bringer of Christmas, as we are living the Christmas times here as well, having a little bit of snow outside and whatever you want to call it. Thank you. A privilege. Kiitos, as we say here in Finland.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wish you a very happy New Year in advance and Merry Christmas in advance. I know it's a Christmas season around the world. So our best wishes to all our attendees from the different parts of the world. So our next winner from the documentary category is Olivia Das, Daughters on Rent, and it's a video message from the winner.
Thank you, Cineast International Film Festival, for honoring and acknowledging our film Aura, Daughters on Rent. I would like to thank my team members, the writer, the DOP, the sound designer, the music director, the editor. Everybody has been a huge support, and I look forward to next year's edition. I wish it a grand success this year, and looking forward to many, many more beautiful films next year. Thank you very much. Take care.
So we have another participant from ad film category winner, Shurojit Mahato.
It's been a real pleasure. I enjoyed the event a lot. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm really excited for winning this. I mean, this is my first award that I've ever won making a film. And I can say I'll make more films and participate in the next year's competition also. So I would like to thank the jury, and it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Shurojit. Another winner from animation category, Meera Krishnamurthy. The name of the film is A Flowering Tree.
Thank you so much. Very grateful to Delhi Metropolitan Education and the jury for this award. A Flowering Tree was my graduation film at Srishti, Bangalore. It is a Kannada folk tale about a young woman who can turn into a flowering tree at will. and how she reclaims her agency and her creativity in spite of all the people who mean her harm. So I think telling women-centered stories, it builds a platform where Indian women are more encouraged to share their stories more often. Other than that, it's very encouraging and motivating to know that there's an audience for 2D independent animation, such as my film. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Meera. Thank you for joining us today. So we have another video message from short film category, Warm Autumn Night. The film, the name of the film is Warm Autumn Night, and the maker is Syed Mohammad Sharif Asl. So I request the operation team to please play the video message.
Hi, my name is Mahmoud Sharifi Asl and I'm from Iran. I participated in this festival with a short film by the name of Oh Father, and it made me proud to be ranked in this festival. This award motivates me to continue filmmaking with much more energy. India is a beautiful country with a rich culture, and I would love to travel to this country someday. I thank the secretary of the festival and their jury and all those who helped to organize this festival. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, operations team. Another message from documentary winner, Jivko Konstantinov. And the name of the movie is Antarctica.
Hello from Bulgaria. It is a great honor for me to be a part of this prestigious festival. Despite the difficulties of being on the coldest place on the planet and making a movie, it is the biggest challenge of my life. They call Antarctica the white lover. Once you see her, you love her for a lifetime. Thank you so much.
We have winners from COVID Lockdown Diaries, Mr. Amit Raj.
Very thanks to organizers to giving the award to me. ये फिल्म हमने लगभग 1 साल पहले बनाई थी ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन. हम लोगों ने प्योर प्रिकॉशंस लेते हुए हमने ये शूट किया था. काफी खुशी हो रही है ये अवार्ड जीतकर. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much. Congratulations again to all the winners of Cineast International Film Festival of India, Ciffi 2021. So we have with us Anshul Sinha, another winner from COVID-19 Lockdown Diaries, and the name of the title is Human versus Corona.
Hi guys. First of all, sincere thanks to all the jury members for selecting my film Human versus Corona. I'll share the experience of the film. This film has also won a national award from Government of India last year. And then this film was shot with spoons and forks. So just with a simple spoons and forks, I made this film when I was completely locked down in my home during the time of quarantine. So this is what is an amazing experience. A film made with spoons and forks had won a national award and won this international award also. So it's very special for me. Once again, thank you very much to Cineast Film Festival for organizing this event.
Thank you so much, Anshu. Thank you so much. We have with us Megan Combs from animation category, A Gallery Tale.
Hi, from the USA. It's such a privilege to be part of this film festival. Thank you so much for featuring us. I would like to thank first off Kellen McGrath, who's my co-creator, and everyone else who worked on the film. And I look forward to seeing this festival in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Megan. Thank you so much. So this is about the winners and the various categories of Cineast International Film Festival of India. Congratulations to all the winners of various categories of Ciffi 2021. So as we are proceeding towards the conclusion of our film festival, let me take this opportunity with the permission from our Dean, DME Media School, Professor Dr. Amrish Saxena, Head DME Media School, Professor Dr. Susmita Vala, of course, Vice Chairman, Sir, Mr. Aman Sahani, to make a big announcement at this valedictory ceremony of Ciffi 2021. So we will be organizing our international conference in 2022, and tentative dates would be in the month of April. ICANN is our international conference, and today we are unveiling the poster of ICANN 5. This is the 5th edition of our conference, and the theme for ICANN 5 is inclusivity, convergence, and alternate negotiations. So let's see how it comes. We will be releasing the brochure very soon, and we have decided the dates from 21st April to 30th April 2022. And we are hoping to have this conference maybe in a physical mode. Let's see how COVID will work and how the pandemic protocols will do at this point of time. So I would like to request Professor Dr. Amri Saxena, if you can say 2 or 3 lines, not more than that, regarding the conference.
Yeah, I know there's not much scope to speak,
Yes, sir.
but then definitely, as I mean, those who have been associated with us in this endeavor, that's our media conference, which research-based conference, which we have accomplished 4 editions already. And during this COVID-19 last year, we turned into a hybrid thing again. For 10 days. So this came to be known as the first conference of its kind, which was for 10 days and which was digital live. All the sessions were live. So this last year we did this, and in the 3rd edition, in the 4th edition this year in July, we did this. Obviously, COVID disturbed a lot last year as well. We planned in March, but we could do it in July. This year we planned in May. Then the second wave compelled us to push it to July. Let us see what will happen next year. But we are committed to have it, and we will have it in April. And if there are some eventualities, let us see what will happen. But we will certainly go with the 5th edition of ICANN.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for announcing the ICANN 5. Now, I would like to propose vote of thanks to our partners, to our students. It is an honor for me to propose this vote of thanks to this Augustus gathering in the valedictory ceremony of Ciffi 2021, world's first 7-day hybrid film festival by education institutes of 2 countries, DME Media School and Deakin University. First and foremost, I would like to thank all the filmmakers who have contributed in Ciffi and making us reach a landmark of 3,000 plus films in the 3rd edition of Cinest. I would also like to express my gratitude to the jury members who spent long hours in shortlisting these films, Mr. Nimish Kapoor, Mr. Pankaj Rakesh, Mr. Murtaza Ali Khan, and Supriya Suri. We appreciate your efforts. My deepest gratitude to all the dignitaries from Australia, Dr. Simon Wilmont, Dr. Martin Porter, Dr. Sean Redden, and none other than Festival Director, Dr. Vikrant Kishore. I would also like to thank Advisory Board members, Ciffi 2021, Professor K.G. Suresh, Professor Ujjwal Chaudhary, Dr. Sanjay Ranade. Thank you all for guidance and direction for making Ciffi a successful film festival of its kind. I would also like to extend warm regards to Mr. Praveen Nagda, Festival Director, Kids Cinema. I thank our festival partners, Cover Drive Productions, Vigyan Prasar, CMS Vatavaran, Kids Cinema, Culture Cinema, We Care Film Festival, Delhi International Film Festival. Our partners from Australia, Asian Media and Cultural Studies Network, Australia India Film Practitioners and Researchers Network, Australia Indian Film Council. Institutional partners, Global Media Education Council, Indian Documentary Producers Associations, Indian Academy of Shorts, New Delhi Film Foundation. Our media partners, APN News, Policy Times, Hindi Gaurav. Thank you all for collaborating with us for this mega festival. I hope our bond will go a long way in near future. On behalf of DME Media School and Team Ciffi, I would also like to extend gratitude to the management and leadership team of DME, Mr. Vipin Sahni, Ms. Kiran Sahni, Mr. Aman Sahni, Justice Bhavar Singh, Dr. Ravikant Swami. Thank you for motivating us and making this possible. I would also like to mention name of Professor Amrish Saxena, Festival Director, and Professor Shushmita Bala, Festival Chief Associate Director of Ciffi 2021. Thank you all for being there at every step, and we feel elated to be part of this team. Thank you for your endless backing. Now, I would like to thank our technical and production team, Mr. Sumantra Sarthi Das, Mr. Sachin Nayak, Mr. Vishal Sahai, Mr. Yogesh Sharma, Ms. Mudita Raj, and Ms. Shruti VS, and their students team who made this program flawless. I would like to thank all the faculty members of DME Media School. A special note of thanks to Ms. Manmeet Kaur, Ms. Shruti VS, Ms. Mudita Raj, Ms. Sukriti Arora, Mohammad Kamil, Dr. Krishna Pandey, Mr. Pramod Pandey, Sachin Nayak, Sumantra Sir, Yogesh Sharma, and Vishal Sahai for digital production support, Anmol Mehta and Mudita Raj for designing. Last but not the least, our students team of Ciffi 2021, Shruti Samkriya, Vani Mishra, Yuvraj Kakkar, Anisha Raj, Muskan Baveja, Pari Gupta, Naitik Bhatt, Kalidas, Dandini Srivastav, Sameer Pandita, Hani Khurana, Jigyasa Khanna, Prateek Chaudhary, Naina, Atman, Pallavi Bhatia, Ishan, Nitin Gupta, Siddharth, Shubham, Sufia, Vishal Das, Mahima Gupta, Tanishka Tiwari, Nupur Bakshi, Mihir Singh, Syed Haider, Swastika, Prateek, Meghna, Soumya Saxena, Ashray Mathur, Mannat Chawla, Malvika Bhatt, Ishan Luthra, Mihir Singh again, Suhani, Priya Mishra, Anish Dhawan, Ananya Verma, Suchi Pathak, Vinayak Mishra, Ms. Deveshri, Mahima Gupta, Meghna Bakshi, Tina Solanki, Shubham Singh, Nitin Gupta, Munna Shaifi, Rishabh Patel, Priya Mishra, Himanshi Rawat, Himani Sharma, Shubham Pandey, Aryan Kuthi, Tina Solanki, Mitali Jain, Siddharth Pawar, and Aryan from BBA. So thank you very much. I thank each one of you for your contribution.